Hey, hello everyone. Welcome back to another tutorial on the LSB channel today for arcraiders, where today we will be looking into how to get that damage curve for the window. Now, this damage curve is up to roughly 100k, as you guys have seen. Window's closing in a little bit, but hopefully this video can help you get the most cost-effective, while also being the most effective at the same time with its damage practicality. Anyways, if you guys enjoy, find this useful, please leave a like and subscribe, and let's get to the video. Okay, so the location segment along with events. So these locations can vary through about usually 3 that I like to do. These being Close Scrutiny, Matriarch, and Queen. Now, here's the thing. The reason for this is because the Matriarch, obviously being a very tanky and very powerful unit, gives it a lot of opportunity and a big window for you to get some damage, and even if you join, say 5 minutes late, maybe even 10 minutes if they don't kill it by then. Along with the Matriarch also comes Bombardiers, Bastions. It spawns in pretty much every single big tanky arc to surround it, giving you even more damage window opportunity. Another event obviously being the Queen event. Now, or I guess the Harvester. When it comes to the Harvester event, the Queen itself is what you mainly want to be going for, and it really only has a Rocketeer, a few Hornets, Fireflies, and Wasps. So, not as good. However, if you are trying to do a little bit more of a toned down version of Matriarch, or if it's your only option, it's not a bad option. I'd recommend to do it while you still can, and before the window shuts down. And the final option that I would recommend for everyone to do out there would be the Close Scrutiny option. This obviously has a lot of avian arc, such as Wasp, Fireflies, the Vaporizer, Rocketeer, and more, along with also Surveyors on the ground. Overall, pretty easy, pretty simple. Just bring a whole bunch of all kinds of weaponry for this, which you do have to be pretty good with comboing. You have to be pretty good with your weapons, and you very much have to be kind of sneaky. I would recommend using bushes if you ever get into any type of heated conflict on Close Scrutiny, because, fun fact, they can't detect you while you're in a bush, and if you're deeply submerged, I should say. So, the weapons you need to bring for this. You might be wondering, what do I use? What's good against these guys if you're a little bit new? So, what I recommend, 4 weapons obviously. Anvil, Equalizer, Jupiter, and, most of all, the Hullcracker. These 4 weapons right here are kind of the magical 4, almost. Now sure, you can use the Dolabra and the Aphelion, they're not too bad, but they kind of waste energy clips compared to the Equalizer and Jupiter. Now, without further ado, let's get into the rest of this here. First off, the Anvil, I'd recommend bringing, if you are to bring it with the new update upping its stacks to 60 rounds, I would recommend you bringing 2 stacks. 120 rounds, it's plenty of rounds, you'll be able to kill anything with it. I'd use it more as a pairing weapon rather than your main source of damage, such as if you're fighting fireballs, pops, even like bigger things like bastions, leapers, stuff like that. I recommend bringing the Anvil. The Anvil is great for that. Now, Matriarch, Queen, and like Vaporizers, not so much. That is where the Hullcracker would step in and blow it way out of the water with its excellent performance. So, the Hullcracker, in my opinion, is the highest damage that you can possibly get. Downside to it is its ammo is a bit expensive, and you can't farm it from, you know, the Harvester event, much like the energy-based weapons. So there is that obvious downside. Now, if you obviously have a lot of chemicals and you have a lot of arc alloy or motion cores, then you're all good to go. You'll be fine, because that's all it takes to craft it, is the crude explosives and some motion cores. Now, this I would use paired with the Anvil or the Equalizer. So, now we have our Jupiter. The Jupiter Railgun. Powerful, packs a punch. It's pretty good at armor penetration, but mainly meant for damaging, in my opinion. So, when it comes to Jupiter, I'd pair this, like I said, Anvil, Equalizer, same as the Hullcracker pretty much. They work one and the same, except the Jupiter has a lot, obviously, straighter shot and a lot more immediate shot. There isn't the travel of the grenades, so if you're not great with leading shots, or if you're not great with having to deal with the looping almost of the drop off of the grenade, or if you don't want to have to constantly reload an entire kind of I guess you could say belt of grenades, then the Jupiter's for you. I like using the Jupiter a good bit. I like alternating between Hullcracker. That's just me. Equalizer, same as an anvil, I'd pair it up, except it has different properties. Yes, it's good against arc. Here's the thing, it's more for peeling. It can peel people like bananas, or more arcs, not people. But yeah, it's more of like a potato peeler of the weapons. Sure, it does a lot of damage if you dump the entire clip into it. Great on damage. You could just single run it if you want. You could run anvil paired with that. Fine. I just recommend you run Hullcracker and Jupiter with the Equalizer if you want to maximize your damage potential in the firearms department for, damaging things like the Vaporizer and the Matriarch and the Queen. You wouldn't really be getting a whole bunch of damaging, and you wouldn't be really saving yourself if you had an anvil mixed with an Equalizer. Unless you're really skilled at the game. Could absolutely be really skilled with them. And for all energy-based weapons, I would recommend bringing about 4 to 6 stacks of clips. And the Hullcracker, you could bring about, give or take, 3 to 4 stacks of Hullcracker ammunition. And they'll be able to get you plenty of damage in one match. Okay, so utility items. These are your explosives and your snap hooks and all that kind of cool stuff that you use to get around, cover yourself, run away, keep yourself alive pretty much. That isn't a gun or augment or any of that stuff. Starting off, my personal combo that I love a lot is Deadline Equalizer Snap Hook. This right here, you snap hook onto said Matriarch or big target. You either expose its core or you load it up with deadlines after core is exposed, or you just put it on there as is if you don't have any core to expose, such as like a Vaporizer or a Rocketeer. And this right here will get you a good portion of damage done out. Overall, I'd say this combo would get you anywheres from, if you were to bring 3 deadlines, you get probably about 3k, and maybe upwards of 10k if you're using Equalizer as well, with a few more explosives and other things and other little trinkets. Another combo I like to rock is a Jupiter with an Equalizer, some wolf packs, and a photoelectric cloak. Even though I know the photoelectric cloak has had its nerf, it's still pretty good in my opinion. It still gives you that bit of invisibility away from all the arc and all that, and gives you time to run to the next bit of cover, or maybe run out of the fight if you're getting too low, something like that. Overall, photoelectric cloak and snap hook, very good for either getting out of a fight or getting right close and personal in their blind spots where they cannot hit you. Explosives wise, wolf packs I'd bring. Wolf packs give you a solid, I'd say, 1,000-ish damage per wolf pack, and the deadlines give you anywhere from like 1.5 to 2k depending on where you place it. When it comes to minor explosives like the blue ones, such as the Blaze Grenade, Trailblazer, Heavy Fuse, Trigger Nades, all those, they're pretty alright. They don't do a whole bunch. If you put it on their core, it'll do roughly about 500. And Trailblazer is probably your best bet, dealing in 1,000 damage if you use it on exposed components. Overall, blues aren't too crazy, and greens and grays are next to worthless when it comes to trying to get your damage goal set up. Unless there's that trial for the light impact grenade, then I guess you could bring light impacts. So, with obviously the explosives out of the way, your utility. So, already mentioned photoelectric cloak, snap hook. The other ones you could use is a barricade kit if you are doing the harvester event. For the barricade kit, I'd recommend putting it on an entrance of the harvester. Leave enough room where you can just squeeze right on through, but enough blockage to the point where the Queen's laser, if hiding behind the wall, won't be able to set the entire area on fire. For the Matriarch, I'd do the same if you're in a kind of open area where it'd be able to hit you on an angle and you don't really have any hard cover from it, or if it's got little guys that do the same. I'd recommend putting a barricade kit down, making kind of a mobile base, getting that set up. And yeah, overall, that's all the tips and tricks that I have to say about getting your expedition done. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, found it useful and everything. I know that I haven't been exactly posting as frequently as I used to. I took a bit of a break there, doing some IRL stuff. Overall, it's been going alright. And yeah, I'm glad to be back. You guys be getting more videos. I'll be making some more makeup videos, some more tutorials, stuff like that. Still streaming on my Twitch, which you guys can go and click down below if you want to see. And yeah, without further ado, you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next LSB tutorial video. Bye bye.